for whoever's interested, Evander Holyfield interview with Joe Rogan on fighting Mike Tyson. I wanted to bat him back. I wanted to kick him in the balls. He said the hardest thing he ever did was not retaliating when Tyson bit his ear. Harder than any fight he's ever faced. Keeping your man on the line. Keep your man on the line. He insists that God beat Mike Tyson and he was the vessel. And Evander Holyfield is my higher power. I'll never believe in God. First thing I say, if there's such thing as the Prodigy, is I'm all ears, mate. You got a shitload of explaining to do, but the man is a legend in and out of the ring, man. I just love him so much. If I had to fuck a guy.
Be considered a bad person to be good in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm saying because when my whole thing, I could box, but everybody thought that because I didn't curse a lot or I don't get in trouble that you ain't mean enough to beat a mean guy. And
right.
More so than I'm a skillful fighter. I took care of my body and I did everything right. I'm in general I fought a lot of guys who are a lot bigger but there's an art to the game. It's really an art. It's really an art. It's not just one thing you just.
It was like everyone knows he's such a warrior, and you got to kill him to knock him out, and you got to kill him to beat him. But he's got so much skill to back it up. There's not many great boxers and great fighters. There's usually one or the other. He's both, mate. And that's why he's the most successful heavyweight in history. That's undebatable. He's won more world championships than any other heavyweight. And he's a natural light heavyweight. You can't argue with the fucking facts. And just watch him fight, mate. You know what I mean? He's entertaining to watch. And his achievements, man. He's the best, mate.
You hit harder because you had to be able to take something to give something.
Right. Well, you always could take it.
Yeah.
That was a big part of your career. You had an iron chin. I mean, really.
I love the fact that Joe Rogan has people on there that he's like a little boy, like, take Evander Holyfield, like, he fucking loves him.
Bo was a giant man, and he hit you with some bombs. And those wars that you guys had, you were able to take some incredible punches.
Well, yeah, the art with me, I knew that I could take it, but can you take it? And so the whole big thing my whole big thing with Mike is that what Mike had told somebody, say, everybody got a plan till they get hit. And he was right. Because, if you hit it, if this guy worried about you hitting him and he ain't worried about getting hit, so he ain't got to worry about it.
Right.
But I knew if you hit me, I was going to hit you back.
And so that was part of the plan, was to let him know that early.
Right.
It seems like that was, when you fought him, particularly in the first round, you pressed him. And that was a rare moment to see someone like really pushing Mike back and getting Mike back on his heels.
Well, see, in our other game, if you let Mike get you back, that may be it.
Right.
So you have to attack him. So the whole big thing with me was, it's things that my mama said. She said, let me tell you when you know how good you are. When somebody press you with what you're doing, she said, Mike love to press other people. But can he handle the press? My mom said, do it back to him. Do it back. If you want to see somebody stop doing something to you, do it to them. All of a sudden, they'll stop. People really don't like what you do to somebody, and somebody do it again, you get ticked.
Right.
Like that. So the thing was we practiced just putting pressure.
Everyone knew he was not going to be intimidated, mate, because he's not afraid of anyone. And he had the tactics, and it was a piece of artistry, that first fight. And the second fight was going the same way. Mike bit his ear off because he knew he couldn't beat him. And after the first fight, which took a chunk of his ear off, he had 3-4 minutes, and he should have been disqualified immediately, of course, but he had 3 or 4 minutes to think, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. And he did it again, mate. He begged him to be disqualified because he knew he couldn't beat the geezer.
Make him feel the same way that he made.
And I make it clear, I'm not biased. Holyfield's my favourite, but I love Mike Tyson too. But you got to see it how it is. He wanted out, man.
Like other people feel.
So that was the game plan going into
the game plan.
Fight.
Yeah.
Was there anything surprising about that fight?
Not to me, because I didn't want no surprise. Because with a surprise, you may get knocked out.
Right.
Like this. So the thing is to stay on him
To the
and let him identification. Now, if I ain't got my ID,
There we go.
That's my.
Show everybody that.
Well,
Now, once you stopped him in the first fight, the second fight is the fight that's probably the most famous fight because he bit a chunk of your ear off, and I saw it when you were coming in here. Show everybody that.
well,
Did you ever think about getting that fixed?
Well, no, that's my identification. Now, if I ain't got my ID, I can show my ear.